You found the G-spot. Anime Unleashed is coming up next.
I should be hosting X-Play. Not you, you're just an actor. Adam Sessler. To him, Atari is just like a cool t-shirt that he wears to look cool, like he plays video games a lot. Well, he doesn't. Morgan Webb, though, she plays video games. She understands.
Obsessed with video games? Watch X-Play, weeknights at 11.
Back to Unscrewed. So, if animals could talk, what would they say? My next TV friend knows because she's a professional telepathic animal communicator. Here's the author of The Wisdom of the Animals, Rafaela Pope. How you doing, Rafaela? So great to have you here on the program. This is amazing. This is a skill that I think we all wish that we had. When did you first begin communicating with animals?
Well, I think that we actually all do have the talent and the ability. I think everybody has telepathic ability. We tend to suppress it or diminish it when we get speech. People can get it back. I teach a lot. I think everybody can do it. As another friend of mine, though, says, actually the co-writer of the book, yeah, some people do it better. Yo-Yo Ma plays the...
Yo-Yo Ma can talk to animals?
Plays the cello better than most
okay,
of us.
You're right. I got it. So you're kind of like that. You're like the horse whisperer.
Something like that.
Do you like horses?
I do. I love horses.
We actually have a clip here of how much you love horses. No, not that kind of clip. This is a great horse.
Careful.
Here it is. Rafaela actually communicating with a horse. We'll take a look at that.
He says, "Where's your horse?" Simon, my horse lives up in Washington. He's not here. He is not here. He says, "Do you talk to him? Do you ask him these kinds of questions?" Well, no, I'm sort of a little bit more mundane. I'm cleaning paddocks and putting hay out and cleaning feet.
Okay, so we just saw the tape. You were actually having a conversation with that horse, like I'm having a conversation with you right now.
I was, yes.
And was it kind of a one-sided conversation? Was like the horse like, give me oats. Give me oats. I'm going to crap uncontrollably right now. Is it that kind of thing? What do they say to you?
Well, usually people ask specific questions about health or behavior or the most typical things that people call about. In this case, I think that Suzanne, this person's horse, had just asked me a question about, the question has gone out of my mind, but he was just feeling very, very comfortable, very, very at home. And this is a horse I've talked to a lot.
Now, how smart is a horse like that, really? I mean, because you always hear like they have like the brain of a 3-year-old or something like that. Are they smarter than that? Are they capable of higher reasoning?
Yes. Well, yes. They certainly are capable of higher reasoning, and they are also capable of a higher order of philosophic thought than they're normally given credit for. Sure.
Do you ever talk to like scary animals like spiders? You just try to avoid things like that. What does a spider have to say? Are they like, I'm going to bite you? I mean, these are like evil animals, you know? You don't want to talk to a spider.
Actually, I have to say that my conversations with spiders have mostly been one-sided. I put the cup down in the sink and I say, okay, I need you to get in, and then I'll take you outside. And usually they get in, and I put a paper towel over the top.
Really? I just turned the faucet on and watched that water go right down the drain. Are some animals really not cool to talk to at all? Like some animals gotta be just like big dicks, you just don't want to deal with them.
Some animals are not interested in talking to humans. Some animals, some animals just have absolutely no interest in the human world. They think we're kind of a lost cause.
Like which ones?
Well, I think it's quite individual, just like it's, people are very individual. It's not a species thing. It's
are animals?
Some birds might not be interested in talking to you.
Some specific animals might not want to chat, but not necessarily like all parrots. Well, I guess they talk anyway.
No. Right. No, parrots are very interested in the human world, actually. Yeah.
So you're talking about individual animals being different. Like if you go to like a chicken farm or whatever, are all the chickens that different from one another? Like some like cool chickens, some evil chickens, some like
I wouldn't say evil.
Chickens. I don't know.
Yes, I suppose that's very possible. But yeah, I think chickens are just as capable of individuation.
Are chickens more stupid than horses?
I don't think either of them are stupid.
Neither one is stupid?
No.
All right, well, we had you work with our executive producer, Paul Block, who has a dog named Lucky L.A. Lapuji. You guys talked before the show. Here we'll call him Pooji for short. I guess my first question would be, Paul, why the hell did you name your dog Lucky L.A. Lapuji?
What were you talking about bongs before?
right. There's no accounting for her.
Well, we're not asking Paul questions.
No, that's right.
We're
talking
asking
about
the dog questions.
right.
Paul,
Otherwise, she'd be a Paul whisperer.
Right. What did you want to know about your dog? You've had this dog for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
I wanted to know, we've had him for 11 years, and before that he lived someplace else, and I don't know anything about it, so I wanted to know where he lived. And Rafaela didn't, he didn't remember, all he could remember was a sobbing college-age woman.
Wait a minute. You sure you're not talking about my life? Because I had a hell of a weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? No, what was the sobbing college-age woman? What did that have to do with the dog?
When I asked him about his life before he came to live with Paul, that was the only thing I got, was this young woman crying. And it doesn't jive at all with the story that Paul has from the animal shelter, which is that
Yeah, well, anything's
he was
possible.
running loose with 2 other large dogs, and they were all covered with grease. I don't know.
But anything's possible.
Yeah,
Amazing stuff.
yeah.
He might have gotten covered with grease by a sobbing young college woman.
Or maybe she saw him and sobbed as a result of it. I don't know.
Did Pooji, did she talk, did you talk any smack about Paul? Do you need to be rescued? Anything? Paul's a good owner. It's all okay.
I think so. I think it's
Sure
probably,
about that?
I think so. I think we can trust him.
He named my kitten, too.
You named the kitten? The dog came up with a name
Came
for your
up
new
with a
kitten?
name for the kitten.
What name?
Mike.
Well, the one thing we've learned from this whole interview is that Paul's dog has no imagination. Raphael, thank you so much for coming on the program. Paul, Pooji, thanks so much. Gotta check out the book. Lots of great stories and a really good read. Did the dog tell you that? It's The Wisdom of the Animals, and Raphael's website is RaphaelaPope.com. All right. So how clean is your colon? If you're like most Americans, it's about 10 pounds too dirty. Find out what to do about it next.
Call now.